Maybe not going. What the hell?
Yo, 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 yo. What is up? How's everybody doing today? Well, we are here. Episode 208 of ROW Sports. And of course, it's your boy Wildcard Mar. To my liggity left, yo right, you got the one and only Detroit Mail. Broadcasting live from Detroit, actually. So he is really Detroit Mail. So what up, though? 313, 8 Mile, 7 Mile, what's good? But we are here with another glorious episode of ILW Sports. We are here, and of course, let's get the preliminaries out the way. Y'all know the deal. Going over to all our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, has the same address, ILW Sports Network. Make sure you tune in, hit that like, share, subscribe, punch them. Let everybody know of the great work we got coming down. All our content is on the YouTube channel. And then, of course, go on to IOW Sports 1 on Twitter. You can follow us, like our content, and we put on Twitter. And, hey, that's what the deal is. But before we get too deep off into sports, I just want to take a moment. And I'm not going to put my brother's business out there. My man's going through some real life shit right now. And I just want everybody to know, hey, you know, how much we appreciate Detroit Mail, how much we got his back, how much love we have for him. And this goes beyond podcasting. Me and this brother been down for almost 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing this guy, know him personally. And I know my man's dealing with some real life shit. And I just want you to know that I got your back. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, holla at a boy. You know that. I didn't show it up for you many times. And I don't do it for the accolades. I do it because you a real nigga. You one of my niggas. So
appreciate it. G's up, hoes down.
G's up, hoes down.
Swim, you bound to drizzle.
Bound to drizzle. I'm glad to see you in good spirits, my man. I know you're dealing with some real life shit. Like I said, man, I ain't gonna put your business out there, but you always know that you got somebody you can count on, and I'm here for you. My family sending you prayers and love to you. And also, man, let's send out some love and prayers and shout out to one of our biggest viewers, Matt Jacko.
Right.
He's been kind of in and out of some health issues, dealing with the hospital. He said, I just talked to him online a couple hours ago. He said he just got back out the hospital. So please, ILW Sports family, man, put some prayers out there. Send some positive vibes towards New Jersey to our brother, man, because he's always Matt's been down with us for such a long time. So much love, so much support to us. And man, and we do this show for people like him because he spreads the word what we got going on. He's always there to support. So I was heartbroken to hear that he's still having some issues with in and out of the hospital. So Matt, if you're watching, brother, man, we here for you. We praying for you. We gonna keep sending positive vibrations, positive vibes your way for sure. All right. Now that we got all that,
that must be Boney Homie.
That must be Boney Homie. Anyway, now that we got all the sappy shit out the way, let's get down to some sports.
Said you need to change the NFL to Commanders.
Hey, Ant, trust me, be patient, dog. We gonna get to that. Because obviously we had a jam packed.
You need to make an amendment to that that comment.
Right. We even had a jam packed weekend of sports. Obviously,
right.
you had the third place game of the World Cup, and then of course you had the sensational finals. We'll talk about that in just a second. Week 15 of the NFL was crazy. A lot of shit to discuss on that because this is stuff that happened that's gonna piss a lot of people off, and we'll get into the parameters of that. But this is where I want to start. Obviously, we talked about prime time and Deion and Jackson State and him going to Colorado. I'm not going to beat that dead horse, but I just want to put the final conversation because Deion loses in his final appearance at JSU. So, what's your initial thoughts? Because I know I'm pretty sure, man, that people probably gonna come from Deion, man. They're gonna come from him.
Hey, man. I don't know, man. I guess when they saw it, man, I wanted to go out on top. But I mean, them boys from Central can't play.
Nah, they came to play, man.
They came to play, man. And you're gonna hear people put him down and everything, but it still don't take away from what he already done, what he has done. I don't think it take away from his legacy or anything like that. If you're looking at just purely at what he's done as a coach, all the other stuff, it's another conversation. But if you're looking at just what he done as a coach at that school, you can't take away from what he's done. He won last year. He went undefeated this year. Had a great season. He brought the program up. He brought eyes to Jackson State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I'm not gonna say that it tarnishes what he done there as a coaching for a coaching job. He done well, and you can't take nothing from him.
I'm like you, man. Obviously, me being a Deion fan and one of his biggest supporters, since he's been there at Jackson State. Look, I would like for him to go out on top,
right?
Victory. But I look, give credit to North Carolina Central, my HBCU I went to my freshman year. Shout out to the Eagles. They did their thing.
Yeah, my team ain't doing that. I went to St. All.
But for real, they balled out, Yeah, we gonna keep sending prayers your way, bro.
No problem, man. We with you, man. We got you.
Hell, lost 28 pounds. Shit, I need to lose 28 pounds. Shit.
That's right.
Yeah, we know it's you, LaCour. We ain't got too many Lions fans on here. We know.
That's how you everybody knew who it was.
Yeah, we knew who it was. And too many Lions fans. We know who it was. But no. Central did their thing. They took care of business. I'm not going to take credit away from Central because they easily could have got caught up in the hype. Oh, it's Jackson State, Deion, bad game. They could have got caught up in the hype, couldn't have showed up and got the brakes blown off, but they didn't. Oh, hey man, that's
every time.
I'm putting a PSA
call you a Cowboys fan.
I'm telling you, only time damn Sincere show his damn faces after Jaguars win. So we've only seen this man 6 times this year after 6 Jaguars win. We don't hear him after a loss. We don't hear him after a beatdown. But we Sincere. Shout out Sincere King.
Right, Matt.
Duval. This man over here only show up when the damn Jaguars win. Ain't this some shit? But no, Deion, hey, I think he's destined for great things in Colorado because he get the financial backing. That's big news. Anthony Price, he said Jalen Hurts sprained shoulder may not play against the Cowboys. That'll be bad news for the Eagles if he can't play against the Cowboys. We'll get more in depth about that. But and the reason why I think Deion's going to be just fine is because he's having the financial backing. And I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why he left Jackson State. I should have downloaded the final press conference he did before the game, Celebration Bowl, because he went out here and addressed it. He's like, all right.
Oh, wow.
He said, look, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It's funny how people want to criticize and downplay me, but forget that the plan ain't changed.
Right.
The destination may have, but that wasn't because of my doing. That's pretty much. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. He basically said that, hey, I didn't want to leave. I felt like I had no choice but to leave. And I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. Like I said, don't take what I'm saying word for word. And to me, that speaks big because it's like you keep hearing the reports of mishandling the money, this and that. Right. And I get that. And there's gonna be times there's gonna be opposition to what Deion's saying, and that's a given. I'm just glad that for his final appearance at Jackson State, he put it all out there. This is why I'm leaving. It wasn't because I wanted to. It felt like he needed to. I mean, hey, if you can't pay your assistants, can't get them paid, can't get the finances to get the kids fed, can't
I gotta do all of it. What I need you for?
When I got a university shilling out money saying, hey, don't even worry about none of that. Worry about coaching. You know how much pressure that takes off a coach to just only worry about coaching because all the other stuff is taken care of? That's the situation that the man is walking into.
Right.
I'm not, was I disappointed that they had to part ways, him and Jackson State? Yeah. But it is what it is. He got his job. Jackson State still performed. The players still played. They had a chance to win the game. It was a hell of a game. If anybody saw the Celebration Bowl between Jackson State and North Carolina Central, it was a hell of a game.
It was a good game.
Good game. Very entertaining. Went back and forth. Unfortunately, the guy for Jackson State, the tight end, dropped the pass in the end zone.
Right.
But it is what it is. And I love the part that Deion got caught talking to the guy in the locker room. Was like, bro, that ain't on you. We all didn't make enough plays. We lose as a team. We ride and die as a team. And he coached. He was like, yo, bro, shit happens. Life is life. But that puts to rest the whole Deion saga in Jackson State. Hopefully it won't get brought up again. He's moving on.
I mean, no, not the Jackson State thing, but he's gonna get brought up again.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get brought up again because obviously I think the microscope is gonna be more pristine or shined on him more, graded to a different effect because of the fact that he's at a Power 5
what I want to see is, and what I'm interested in seeing is how the dynamics gonna play out when recruits are leaving or decommitting from the Alabamas and the Georgias and going to Colorado.
Oh, they already are.
I know they are, but I mean, when they start doing it on a great scale, on a frequent basis, on a greater scale, then how much they're gonna? Oh, we need to shut down the transfer portal, or we need to the same stuff they benefit for. Watch how they demonize it when it happens.
When Deion gets success,
when Deion gets success from it, you're gonna hear Nick Saban start speaking out. You're gonna hear all the other coaches, Kirby Smart, and all of them start speaking out against it. Oh, we know.
Dabo.
I never really liked the transfer portal. Oh, you talking about the one you would portal? You talking about the one you was benefit from? Oh, you never liked that, huh?
You never liked it.
I never liked that. Oh, you know I got receipts because the internet holds stuff. I just go to the internet and pull up one of your interviews.
Yeah, don't make me start pulling quotes.
Right, right. Come on now, come on. But watch mark my words.
Oh, it's coming. I don't disagree with you. There's going to be a point in time when they're going to see Deion's benefiting from the transfer portal. They're going to see a point in time when Deion is, taking advantage of the rules and regulations that the NCAA has set. That both
you got a point there, LaCour.
That Kirby Smart, Dabo, Nick have all been benefiting from, and Deion's going to do it better. And then they're going to be like, yeah, we got to change this shit.
40. Oh, hey. Oh, well, you got a point there, 40. Hey,
40, what's up?
Nobody can log into Facebook today. What up, 40? Yeah, man.
Oh no, I hear you, 40. They could just hire more black coaches.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they should.
Man, we've been hollering this for the longest.
And that's why I think what was missed about Deion leaving Jackson State to go to Colorado. You got to understand that, hey, he's gotten a job that most black coaches don't get. Like, I know you mad he left Jackson State, but still support that man because he's still going into uncharted territories. How many black coaches are in the NCAA level? There's like 300 something schools.
Mm-hmm.
As much as people gripe and cry and moan about not getting coaching jobs in the NFL, it's worse in the NCAA. It's worse.
They don't call them PWIs for nothing.
I mean, I don't understand how people get mad at Deion when my thing is like he's going into a situation where it's a lot worse. Like when the percentage of black coaches on that level. Like I
Well,
don't
it
know,
works for
man.
the players, not for the coaches. I think it worked both ways though, sincere. Because you look at it from a standpoint is if you are a great player, great quarterback, let's say quarterback, and because some teams have two good quarterbacks. They got one in the waiting, and they got one that that's starting. So that one in the waiting side, he want to start. He goes to a team that all they need is a quarterback. Yeah, it benefits the player because he gets to start, but also benefits the team because now he's making that team better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it works both ways.
Well, I agree with both of y'all because I mean, Sincere does have a point where it just benefits the players, but I think where you're at, where it benefits both ways, because if there's a certain player at a certain position that a coach can't get, he couldn't recruit it right, or for instance, JT Daniels, started at USC, jumped in the portal, went to Georgia. Got hurt, so Stinson Bennett had the job. Right. But still, JT Daniels is on the same squad that gets a national championship, so he has a national championship.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Started
Joe
Ohio
Burrow.
State.
Started Ohio
LSU,
State.
won the national championship.
LSU. So it's like you got to take it. You got to take it as it is. It's like, hey, maybe, hey, I wasn't able to recruit that position so great in the off season, and maybe there's a 3rd or 4-year player that's like, hey, I don't like the situation I'm in. Hey, we can scratch. Hey, look at Caleb Williams. The man follows his coach from Oklahoma to USC and gets a Heisman Trophy.
Heisman Trophy, right? I don't know, man. Like I said, the transfer portal to me is like one of the things I have another mixed opinion about. I like it because it gives you an opportunity.
Gives players movement, yeah.
At the same time, it's hurting teams that's trying to build. And go back to the quarterback situation. If sometimes you recruit not only for now but for the future. Take Michigan for a second. They had K. McInerney, they had JJ McCarthy, right? K started, JJ had to develop. JJ started developing. K got hurt. He's in there. They won. McNamara transferred.
Yeah.
So now your future is gone. So now you gotta get back in and start recruiting. Hope that quarterback will stay while you got this one here. You know what I'm saying? You can go down the line, running back. Like especially you go into the 2-back settings. Not starting to do that in college too. I got 2 good running backs. One transfer because he's not starting or getting as much time as he want. So that's my future That's my future running back for when that one goes to the NFL. He's gone. So now I got to get back into and start a rookie and hope that he catches on fast enough to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, and I feel your point on the gift and the curse. Yeah, that speaks. See, those numbers speaks. There's only 15 black head coaches at the NCAA FBS schools, and that's your Power 5, your main conference, and that's 15 out of what 300 and something odd schools. Like, come on, like those numbers are terrible. But to speak to your point on the portal, like right now the portal is more your second chance to get what you don't get in recruiting. It's just another second way to recruit players.
I need you to expand on that some more, Bonnie, before I even comment on it.
Deion left JSU and HB.
Oh, my bad. I mean,
as a whole, in a worse position than they were in when they came.
Doubt me.
I'll send you the link.
Drop a link.
Yeah, because I'm you're gonna have to elaborate on that because I can kind of see where you're going because here's where I
some
think
go
Boney
ahead.
is going with that.
I
Here's
want
where
to
I
where you
think
going.
Boney
Can I
is
say
going with
something
that.
too? Go ahead.
Is because look at how when Deion's leaving, the players are leaving with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be honest about that.
Mm-hmm.
Those players are leaving with him. And so you can easily say that he's leaving that school in a worse position because the
Okay.
players are leaving with him. So I can
Right.
see what Bones is saying from that point. What
Mm.
I will combat that statement with is I think Deion left Jackson State and HBCUs in a better position than when he got it. Because especially Jackson State, look at facilities, things like that. Practice facility. Hell, the locker room was a mess. He got that rebuilt and redone. So he did improve that. Bonehead,
What up, man?
Yeah. So yeah, he did improve those things.
Okay.
And that shit ain't gonna be fucking worth it because the entire school about all that in the day. At the end of the day,
Hey, Boney, Boney, hey, Boney, hey, Boney. Hey, do me a favor, find a spot that got a good connection and sit down for a second, man. You over there with this Metro PCS connection, man.
11%. What am I say? About 11% of that.
Member institutions. We'll find out what that means. Elaborate on that, Matt, for me. Break that down for me a little bit more. Until we could get Boney Homie on a better connection. But on certain parts, I can see where Boney is right, where Deion's going to leave Jackson State in a worse condition.
All right, let's see what you got now. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
You there, Boney? He said, throw that phone out the window. Nah, we'll bring him back in a second. Yeah, he's still. There he is. You there?
He in there.
All right, let's go, Boney. Hey, don't make me throw the phone away, man.
Invest in more HBCU schools to gain more attention to them, especially if they are affiliate. It says 15 black coaches about. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, Matt. Is he there?
Yeah.
All right, I understand what you're saying.
All right. So yeah, it says 15 black coaches out of 131. Yeah, that's just the FBS level. So we ain't not even including FCS, Division 2, Division 3, none of that. So that's
I spoke on that too, though. I think that's 40. What 40 is saying?
yeah, that's 40. He says, I was saying, for example, if more superstars, NFL players would invest in more HBCU schools to gain more attention to them, especially if they are affiliated. Yes, and I agree with you. I think
Deion got that ball rolling though.
Yeah, Deion got it rolling. Obviously, you see Eddie George going back. You see Hugh Jackson and Grambling. You know,
you see Eddie George going back, and he's a horrible idea. Look, what happened was, what the shit is that niggas started doing some shit like niggas, and niggas didn't finish the fucking job, and now niggas gonna look at the shit like, well, niggas ain't gonna never stick to this shit, so we ain't gonna never make it better. This was like the first one failing. Being it shows. It's like the fucking expectations are, if somebody come, they just gonna fucking leave anyway. We never gonna have this build up where the black kids come to the black schools and the black schools take over, because we just gonna keep feeding into like Alabama, who like we're gonna keep feeding in colleges like Alabama, who are going to give scholarships to predominantly white kids.
Well,
like we feeding this college for this college to overlook us, and that's just how it's gonna be going forward, because we were starting to build something, and then niggas just jumped on the first fucking ship to get out of it. The first ship, like nigga, Colorado is such a bad place to fucking be. That literally was the first people who said, "Do you want to come and coach it? Do you want to come somewhere else and coach?" That was literally his first place. Literally his first place. There's no fucking way.
Well, you got a lot of stuff to dissect there, bro.
This nigga brought up a whole speech like you either elevate or get terminated. Like, nigga, you didn't elevate. And you gotta live in Colorado.
Hey, they say Colorado beautiful, man.
Well,
It's
what's
good
it?
to look at a postcard, nigga.
Colorado Springs is in the top 5 places, best place to live. But
I mean, on paper, and this report was done by white people. First of all, I live in the country. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. I came here for all the smoke. Came for all the smoke, King.
All right, let me say this.
Yeah, because you got a lot to break down.
You got a lot to break down.
I'm here for it.
I don't totally disagree with you. What I'll say is this. It's so many moving parts with HBCUs and how to fix it. I don't think it's just, you can't just say Deion, if Deion would have stayed, it would have been better. Because my thing is, you got, let me finish.
Okay.
You got to look at it like this, Bonnie. What about them? What about the money situation? What about the allegations going on with that? That don't just happen that ain't just happening at Jackson State. I went to HBCU. I seen some of that stuff.
I know more about that situation than I'm willing to say because I know people involved in certain things.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know. Let me rephrase that because I don't want to say like I know people. I know people who know people, and I don't want to say things that they have told me. But
gotcha.
I'm gonna like just lay it out there as if I wouldn't really blame that. I'm gonna tell you offline just cause.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm gonna tell you offline just cause.
Oh, that's fine. But I will say this. Go ahead.
Situations where like the money in itself, if Deion stays there and the team stays good, and that team gets better, and they make more money and more money comes in, and it cycles, and that doesn't just go for it. It doesn't just go for Jackson State. It goes to HBCU, and we still waiting on that money from Diddy. Diddy wrote the fucking check on air.
Money problems and robbery.
I mean, you can't help that nigga. That shit's in Jackson. Like that's just what it is. You can't help it. We can't change the whole city. But I mean, probably like long term, this would have changed the whole city.
Right.
Honestly, like fucking if Jackson State in itself was big like it should be, yeah, sure. But I mean, that's so long term and far out that I don't even really consider that as a thing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like it takes so much, it takes so long and so much consistency because Jackson is such a shitty city. Jackson is probably the most shitty city in America.
Okay, I never been to Jackson, so I
don't nigga.
I got cousins that live there, but I never been there.
He said don't. He said don't.
Like if you come visit me, nigga, we don't go to Jackson, bro. We gonna stay on the outskirts. Like where Deion lived, Deion lived was nice as shit.
Yeah.
Where Deion worked at was hell.
Oh wow.
So that's like the nigga Jackson State is in the hood. So like when they say his car got broke into, if you walk outside Jackson State, you are in the hood.
Yeah.
Like you walk outside the gate, you in the hood.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how Alabama State is because my grandma just stayed on the street.
That's how Central was. Central was in the middle.
Central too.
That's fucking crazy to me.
All of them like that. I went to St. Aug same way. I used to go to Alabama State, right down the street from my grandma stayed at. Same way.
Hey Mel, you passed Duke. Tell them where Duke is at. Duke is in the middle of Durham hood, and the only reason why Duke is safe is
because remember they built all that up now.
They may have built it up, but come on. The only reason why they built it up because they was like, all right, we too much crime.
Ninth Street used to be horrible. Yeah, because Ninth Street used to be horrible. Now it's ain't nothing but hipsters there. But I wanna say what I'm not gonna speak on what he said because the other part, but I'm gonna speak on the part about Colorado. I don't think Colorado is a bad place because I think him starting off at like Florida State somewhere would have been bad for him. I think him starting off here is better because they might give him a little more time. Colorado was in the dumps. He gets some recruits coming there. He built up. He's not playing top notch recruit like he started at the FCC or somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? So he gives him time to get his feet wet in coaching I think it's a good way to get him started into FCS if he wants to get started there. So I don't think Colorado's a bad spot. I think it's a good starting point.
Here's my question though. Like,
Go ahead.
as far as what you're saying,
Mhm.
why does he have to coach on that level to get used to coaching, or like whatever you're saying? Like,
my point, Boney, is not. My point wasn't about him leaving Jackson State. I'm just saying just that situation as itself. Because you I was speaking to the situation where you saying that it's a bad situation to go to. Now the Jackson State thing is, I think it's two different. I think you're talking about two different topics. If you're talking about why he left or he shouldn't have left, that's one thing. Now that he's gone and where he's at, that's another topic for discussion.
I kind of agree, but it kind of goes together. Like with the way when I say it, like it's that type of situation. I mean, like you left this to go to this, and you don't gain anything as far as you gain money. You gain money. But I mean, you don't gain anything as far as like notoriety or like
he already covered that,
or anything like that. Like it's the same deal on that level.
How much more notoriety can Deion get? Dude, that ain't got nothing to do with none of this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We think but if he had started off in Colorado, he would have a lot less notoriety as a coach, because a lot of the story and the prominence was this
he went to
nigga
HBCU.
it was the HBCU that.
Right. I agree with that.
So that was a lot of notoriety. And like that also if he had started off in Colorado, he would have had a harder time recruiting.
Possibly.
Because the part of that was, I'm gonna make HBCU great thing. A lot of these kids bought into it, not just going to Jackson State, but going to other colleges as well. I'm not reading all that, Mel.
There's no reason for Deion leaving except it was money and a better situation for his son to get drafted. All of the other scuttlebutt just wanted to help him escape the heat black folks gave him.
Oh yeah,
well, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that.
Well, it's funny because I saw Mel posted the clips when him and Corey was talking about it when Deion first went to Jackson State, and look, we got to be honest about the situation from the beginning. Did anybody really think Deion was going to stay there for a long period of time? No.
I thought it was going to stay longer than that.
This nigga came.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no, I'm with you, Mel. I expected maybe 4, 5, 6 years, maybe. But I wasn't expecting no Eddie Robinson staying Grambling for 50+ years type shit.
I was expecting probably like 3 when he came.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
I was expecting 4 to 5.
But shit started jumping off, and the nigga was selling dreams so hard. Like, this nigga, I don't know how many of y'all watch wrestling, but he cut the promo of his goddamn life.
Right.
God sent me here. God sent me here to change things, nigga. And nigga, I bought into it. Like, damn, this nigga really came from God.
This nigga talking to Jesus.
This nigga is the new Moses.
Right.
He came down with two stone tablets of playbooks.
I mean, but I mean, we gotta be realistic. Like, did anybody really expect a long tenure from Deion Sanders? And I saw that Mel had put in there that he used JSU to kickstart his career. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm sure Jackson State used Deion to kick some financials in the building. Hey, now go ahead, Bonnie.
Talk. I believe he would be there for like 10 years, and I believe that whenever he did leave, he would leave in a scenario. He would leave it in a way where everything he had started would continue, not regress. I didn't believe that.
That's what I have to get.
I didn't believe he would leave and then be like, "All right, yo, check it. I'm out. I'm taking all these players with me. I'm taking all the best black coaches from HBCUs. I'm doing everything I can to it's almost like he's on purpose trying to sabotage these HBCUs. Like, man, fuck all y'all." Bro started taking the best black coaches.
These JSU allegations are all true, and Deion was consistently paying out his pocket.
These aren't true.
Use money instead of these programs. Can you blame him for leaving? Yeah. That's what I said. I don't know that part. I can't go. Well, I'm gonna say I'm with Matt. Like, I don't know the part you know. I only can go by what I see and what I hear. So based on with that, you know what I'm saying, I can't blame him for leaving if that's true. Now you said it's not. I can't dispute that because I don't know.
That part I can tell you is not true. People on the inside very much are saying that people actually know, and like he paid for some stuff, but like the stuff he paid for was like a small part of his salary towards unauthorized changes.
Okay,
I can't tell you specifically what unauthorized changes, but it was like all this other stuff they were doing. If whether or not he had given to do whatever little changes he wanted to do, like they were going to be good anyway. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have to come out of his pocket for shit.
No, you can have this Saturday.
Leaving.
I can't bring an allegation into the conversation until it's confirmed to be true. What we know to be true now is that Deion left to put himself and his son in a better position financially. All right, let's see. I came back and Bones was in the dark.
Yeah, I made it to the garage. Now I look like a Fuji cover.
Right.
It's so cold. It's so cold down here, bro. I can't get around in my life. Read that bitch.
But am I still giving his own money, nigga? Shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
Well, you know, all right. We're speaking to a male. I hear what you're saying, Mel.
Overstating the shit he gave the money to.
No, but I'm saying like everything that everybody's saying can't all be true at the same time. Jackson State could have used Deion for money boost. Deion could have used Jackson State to boost his career, his coaching career. Not his career as in, you know, being a football analyst or talking football, his coaching career. All that can be true. It could have been a misuse of the money. He could have paid for this. All of this is all could possibly be true. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is that there's going to be positive and negative heat.
Well, I'm trying to keep up. Wow. Is what I read and hear, and I know 50% lies and 50% bullshit. Yeah, I mean, I don't totally disagree with Mel saying, but I guess it's like this. It's kind of along what Bones was saying. It's like,
no, I gotta put that comment up, bro.
It's like when you know, when he came out, you bought into what he was saying. You know, whether it was true or not, you know, only him and what's in his heart, we don't know. Yeah. So we won't go by what he said, but you know, I bought into it. A lot of us bought into it. So then when he left, we looking for reasons why he left outside. We hoping it's not just money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's like what he said was bullshit. It was just about money to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like,
I mean, it really was.
We all bought it. We all bought it, and like you saying, man, I'm just hoping that like it wasn't anything that he just personally left that a job and just treated it just like
I'm about to come over.
Any other college football coach. And like, I'm going to better money. Oh, I'm going to better situation. I'm going to better this.
That's a good question, Ant. Right,
you know what I'm saying? And to really answer Anthony's question, it depends if Jackson State even had the funds to really pay Deion like that. I don't know if they had enough funds to pay him.
They were working on getting him $3 million.
Oh, okay.
Like from like the fucking what's that lady, Cindy Highsmith or whatever. I can't remember what her position is in office. He was working on getting $3 million, and he was basically what the story is from a very reliable source, from the most reliable source I know would be like Osa Kane, is like a big radio personality and very like into the Jackson State scene. That's the most reliable source I believe in. I mean, he could still be wrong or lying, but I'm just telling you that's my source that I believe. And from that source, when they came to him with the like, we're working on getting you the $3 million, it was basically like, no matter what you do, I'm not staying here.
See, Mel, I can agree with you with. I can agree with you with that because
I think that's what makes it worse, though. You know, that's what makes people more upset. That's what makes more people really like, come on,
Because
man.
people's emotions got attached to it because they seeing
100%.
HBCUs, and now you just leaving.
He did the Umar.
But you know the truth. The truth is, like, even with my emotions being attached and my feelings being hurt, like my feelings was hurt. But I was like, it's cool though, man. It's better for him. Until I seen like he was taking everybody with him, and then we
that
like,
too.
yeah, it's not just me, but I'm bringing 23 players with me and 5 from special teams.
But Bones, that's why I agree with you at that he's going to leave Jackson State in a worse situation, because when you take those players with you who are 4- and 5-star recruits that you recruited, don't get me wrong, you recruited them, but they had that option whether to stay or leave, and they decided to leave with him. Just like Caleb Williams decided to go to USC with Lincoln Riley. I mean, that's just the situation of the transfer portal. I can't blame that on Deion. Deion did the same thing like any other coach would do and say, hey, I got a new job. I'm going to recruit you to my new job. It's your choice whether you want to come with me or not. Deion, at that point, Deion is being a coach.
Man, he told one of the kids they were gonna get a whooping if they didn't come with him, and then the rest of them was like, "Well, he's not that quarterback." All right, I gotta go, y'all. Good talk.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, did you already send that?
Okay. See if you can do it. It's not letting me do it.
I got you.
Don't let me do it by messenger, rather.
I got you. I got you, bro.
Appreciate it. I don't know what's going on. My computer is acting like about to mug out the swap meet. For real. But
hey, told you about them damn pawn shop shits, bro.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Told you about that.
But you know, but speaking to what Mel, even with Mel and what Bonnie was saying, like what everybody's saying collectively,
yeah,
I will say this, man. You know, we have so many people, our people, come into our community, feed us all this stuff. We get behind them, we push them, and they do the opposite thing. And then so you look when you see Deion do that, it's not just about Deion, it's about the stuff that happened before then too. It's like, come on, not my man. You know what I'm saying? Not this again. Yeah. So I think that's kind of part of it. You know, why people got emotionally attached to him leaving. Yeah. Because like I said, I think he's gonna stay forever.
No.
I don't think he's gonna be like Eddie Robinson or nobody that, but I thought he would at least give us 4 or 5 years. Establish Jackson State
and HBCU.
So people come because it's Jackson State as a built and established school, not just because of Deion. If Nick Saban leaves, it may take a while, but for the program itself to build up, but people will come to Alabama because it's Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the same in Notre Dame. Notre Dame goes through ups and hell.
Right.
You root for Michigan. There was times you went through Rich Rodriguez that won shit. You went to Brady Cook who wasn't worth the shit.
Right.
But guess what? People still sold that stadium out. People still went to the games. People still bought some merchandise because Michigan as a brand. See, because there it is. It's a brand, y'all. It is a brand. There's Deion Sanders, the brand, and then it was Jackson State. Deion Sanders, the brand, was bigger than Jackson State. At one point, do people got to realize that the brand of Deion was not going to stay with
but speaking to this comment, I think it's different. I'm gonna tell you why it's different. I'm gonna say this first. It's the same on its principle, but it's different because of you messing with us as Black people, and you one of us who you built, who you said that you are going to do something to help build something that is a dying institution. That's not getting the eyes like it should. That's not getting the recognition I should. That's not getting the financial help that it should. You sold us on that. True. When a white coach goes to a PWI, he sells you on that program at the time he's going to be there, not sell you on the totality of his history, but just as well, I'm gonna do as this program now, build you up. There's no guarantee I'm gonna stay, but while I'm here, I'm gonna give you my best. Deion built it on, I'm gonna help build something that's dead and then he used our history our emotions attached to that history. You know, institution not financially like it should be, not where it should be on like getting vision, getting eyes, television wise, and say he's gonna do this, build it up, gave us hope,
and then leave,
and then left. Like I said, now I was cool with it when I found out of these. I heard the allegations. So okay, if they doing you like that and you getting stressed in, how much can one man take? Everybody have his breaking point.
Wait, hold on, man. Because you do make some valid points, but at the same time, because I agree with what 40 is saying, I think Deion did exactly what any other coaches did: use one school as a stepping stone, kickstart your career as a coach, move on to the next. He's done exactly what Nick Saban has done. He's done exactly what Kirby Smart, Dabo Sweeney, where they take job to job, and eventually the next job you get, it should have been progression in your coaching career. And
he's not Nick Saban. He's not Dabo Sweeney.
I get that.
But go ahead. I'll let you finish your point. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is like, and this is where I agree with you at, because it is the emotional attachment that a lot of our people that look like us and but I think where the argument is that I think people are getting so hurt is the timeline of it. My thing is I think Deion accomplished so much in 3 years that he still should be celebrated for that.
You know why people put that much expectation on one person? Because one person can start a movement. All it takes is one person to start the movement. So if he look at what he take example. When he came, you saw Eddie George come. Yeah. When he came, you saw other people, you saw Hugh Jackson come. George, yeah. You know, you start seeing these HBCUs, people come to HBCUs and you start seeing TV contracts he was trying to get. So one person starts a movement. Mama, here come Mel, so let Mel get in here.
Hey, Mel, what's up? Hey, before we get started,
Mel got the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X look on him.
He got the Charlotte Hornets hat on and everything. He definitely representing for the black folks right now. There's so many black folks in Charlotte. Yeah. Now, but before we get started, Mel, hey, always a pleasure to see you. Always a chance to chat with you.
Right.
Before we get started, let the audience know of who you are, where they can find you, and all the content that you drop, big homie.
Can y'all hear me good?
I can hear you good. I agree with you on that, Matt.
Y'all can find me on YouTube, Man Down Sports, man. Man Down Sports everywhere, YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
You know? And so check us out there. And then also, if you're a listener and you're not so much of a person that like to consume content on YouTube, you can definitely go check us out on Spotify and Apple and all those other places that got podcasts. But man, I want to get in this conversation with y'all, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
What's going on, my boy?
I can hear you. We can hear you well.
Y'all can hear me good, man.
Is your headphones? You got your headphones turned up?
I don't know. It's all good. As long as y'all can hear me, it's cool.
Yeah, we hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was listening. I think Lamar was saying, he's just progressing just like any other coach would, and that's true. The only difference I see with it is that he didn't sell. He sold us on something else. Like it would have been fine if he would have been, and he didn't have to let us know that, these means had an end to it, which means he wanted a better job. He didn't have to tell us that. A lot of people assumed that as well. A lot of people was like, man, I think he want that FSU job, but they're not letting him in. So if he would have came in to JSU and was like, I'm gonna show y'all what I can do, and he, a roundabout way let us know that he was doing that for upward mobility, it would have been different. But the fact that you said indirectly, I'm here to turn HBCUs into something bigger than what it is now. Everyone really got attached to that emotionally and was sold on that and was like, oh, we here for the long haul. And 2 years later, you're leaving with half the team. That doesn't look like what you were saying you was going to do from the jump. The last thing I say about that is, in the famous words of Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, job's not done.
Right.
Like job's not done. 2 championships and then you gone. Job's not done. He didn't finish the job he said he was going to do for.
I can agree with you on that.
HBCUs.
I think he left prematurely. I think he so hardly left prematurely. If anything, if I might have differences from a lot of people about the whole situation, but one thing I think everybody can agree on, he left prematurely, and I felt like, I think that's the only part that really disappointed me, is the fact that you saw the trajectory of where he was going, and you can imagine of where he was about to take not only Jackson State but HBCUs period, and then you're gone. Now you're part of PWI. It's
I want to speak to this comment, right? I think this is 42.
Yeah.
So you can't smother a flame, though.
What that mean?
I think he's talking about Deion being the flame, and he has to go somewhere where he can burn. I'm assuming that's you saying. If I'm wrong, correct me. That's how I read into it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But here's my thing. When you're talking about us, and you know what I'm saying, it's different. It's a lot of history behind that. It's a lot of stuff that goes behind that. And when that's what you sell us on. Now, if you just came in and say, look, I'm going to be the coach. I'm coming out here to coach, blah, blah, blah. This is my first coaching job. I'm going to get my feet wet. That's a whole different thing.
See what I can do as a coach.
We can deal with that on that level. But when you come in and you selling us on, we're going to turn this thing around. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the Messiah. You come with that Messiah complex and give us that. That's what we're going to judge you on. We judge you on what you said. We judge you on how you presented it. So you talking about, and I'm not getting on 40 about it. I'm just speaking to his comment. You shouldn't be a flame to be smothered, because you came and sold us as we're a team. We're coming in together and we're building something as a community, as a group, as a football team, as an organization, as a school. So that doesn't have a flame. If it's gonna be a flame, we flaming together, not one single flame, one entire flame.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that mentality goes for somebody who come in and say, this is my first coaching job. I'm just trying to get my feet wet, and then I'm out. Yeah, then you can't smother a flame. I'll go with that. Yeah, but because of what he said, go ahead, Mel. Go ahead.
And then with that comment, you can't smother a flame, is very telling, because coaching at HBCU is smothering. Like, if you're a flame, you don't belong at the HBCU. So what you're saying is the HBCU perpetually deserve the bottom barrel type of individual players and coaches, like flames.
I'm gonna get to you, Alex.
HBCU. Like, so you gotta watch the words you say, because it's very telling when you tell someone a flame can't be at JSU long term. That's smothering him. Like, come on, man. Really, what was Eddie Robinson all those years?
Right.
Somebody that wasn't D1 material. I don't understand what all that means. The whole purpose of him going there, we thought, was for no one to have that type of attitude toward HBCUs. We wanted in the next 10 years Flames to be at HBCUs, and you can never get that if the Flames feel smothered and they keep leaving.
Right. Good point.
I feel you. But here's one comment that I think I agree with from 40 is that I don't think all of that, or it probably wasn't 40, it might have been Matt, but I don't want to put everything on Deion as he was the Messiah. But I think he's going to catch heat because of what you guys are saying, is the fact that he.
You gotta be careful what you say, then, Lamar. You gotta be careful what you say. I'm let you finish.
But that's what I'm saying. When you sell somebody on a prophecy, people is expecting for the result to come true. Yes or no? I mean, they're waiting for it to come to fruition. And I see, here's one thing that I think that gets missed is Deion's always been a salesman. Deion Sanders has always been a salesman. Prime time. He's been selling. Matter of fact, he's not even selling Deion Sanders right now. He's selling Coach Prime. It's just like another moniker that he created when he created Primetime as a player. Now he's created a moniker of Coach Prime. He's selling that to y'all and selling that to us, and we bought it. But Coach Prime is still going to do Coach Prime things as a character, as a person that's always going to find something that's going to elevate that character. And it is what it is. But Deion Sanders has always been a salesman. So, like even when me and you all and Corey had the conversation, I don't think neither three of us expected him to be there for a long ass time.
I forgot we did the episode, Lamar. I just happened to be strolling through and saw it, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, we all three said that he go leave. He go get some money thrown at him for several
without a
different
doubt.
reasons.
Without
For
a doubt.
several different reasons, right? And we was all wondering, like, man, we want to see if he go be able to withstand all that.
Yeah.
But
And-
what did I say? Oh, go ahead, Lamar.
The biggest point that we made on that episode on the Man Down Sports is that when he starts really tilting the scales, is that's when the money is really going to be hard to ignore. And he even admitted in that 60 Minutes interview, he's like, I'm gonna have to entertain it. And so you look at, he's already getting Travis Hunter, recruits like that. You saw recruits flip to go to Jackson State, and now they're flipping to Colorado because they're following him. And so that was one of the biggest things that I took away from that episode is like at one point when Deion is really affecting the scale of recruiting, that's when they're gonna be like, hey, one of y'all power schools go offer that man a big boatload of money to stop this shit.
For sure.
We can't have them
That's
down in the HBCUs. We can't do it. That's what they said. They purposely said we can't have all the, and this is what one thing that a lot of people miss is that when you look at the history of college football, all the talent was at the HBCUs. It was all there. All the Walter Paytons, the Leonard Marshalls, the Jerry Rices, it was all at HBCUs. And it took coaches like Bear Bryant, who was racist as hell, to finally smother his bigotry and say, well, I'm going to take those Negroes because they're going to help me win a national championship. And then they start plucking the HBCUs. So we got to be real about the history of HBCUs in college football and understand that the talent has always been in HBCU. And the reason why HBCUs are in the I guess, down period, quote unquote, that they're in now is because they haven't been able to recover from the image that's painted on them that they can't get top guys to the next level, which is false.
Both of those comments are kind of interesting. The last part we just catch me on the first comment. Why is PWI transition up?
No, because that's how the media in the landscape is.
I'm saying, but my point that's my point. It's like, why if you come in here to do something, build something, you shouldn't be worried about the PWI. That's not a transition up. We trying to build something so they won't come to us. That's what we said when we first started talking about Deion coming there. He building something, so yeah, come to us. Yeah. But if you constantly got your eye on a grass that's greener, you're not gonna. You can't do a full job here where you at. You shouldn't be looking that way. Transition up. That shouldn't be a transition up. It should be like we build something here. This is where I'm at. And then what Matt said, was Deion hurting for so much money that he had to go to Colorado?
Nah, Deion wasn't hurting for no money, bro.
Then why leave?
Well, I comment on both those things. The first part about was he hurting for money? I think in 2 or 3 interviews I seen where he was asked about that. His answer was, it's not that I need the money, but his assistants, his coaches, they never had that type of money before. So he was like, it was game changing for them, elevating them. So I understand that part. But the part that he won't admit is that my son can't be a 3rd or 4th round draft pick at quarterback coming from JSU, and they know that, right? So he knew his son had to prove what he could do on the D1 stage, right? So we know that's part of it, and then the other part, as far as would he been in a better position 10 years from now for that mobility? I mean, I'm assuming he would have been in a good situation, but no one was ever thinking the end goal or the end game was to a D1 school. Now, if they thought that there was probably somewhat what's the word I'm looking for? Naive or ignorant to think that wasn't the end goal, but that naivete didn't come just from them being uninformed. They were informed with something, with what Deion was saying, and sold them on thinking that he was going to really be there for the long haul to change the landscape of HBCUs. That's what everyone thought the end goal was, and there's nothing wrong with Deion leaving. The only thing I'm saying is
he didn't complete it.
He didn't finish the job he said that he was going to do. That's
I can agree with you there. I can agree with you right there because, and looking at 40's comment, I think if Deion stays 10 years, I think he finished. Not only does he complete the job, but he kind of just kind of hanging out before he transitions to another job.
Not only that, but put the school in a better position, man.
I mean, he did. It's in a better position, but
how much better, man? I mean, actually,
they got a better practice facility, a better locker room. Now those things I know for a fact are better. Now,
if you got, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but if you got Bonds playing in a good facility, what does that do?
That's funny. But no. So they were. What's up, Sincere? But they were.
Sincere?
They did get a chance to experience the good life for 2 years while Deion was there.
That's true.
Now that carriage, well, not carriage, but that carriage about to turn into a pumpkin again. Now that Deion right. But you do have the new facilities, which I don't know if you gonna be able to upkeep them for how long. Right? They gotta find a way to get some money because I mean you just can't let turf just sit there. Right. Somebody got to come take care of that turf.
Take care of that thing, yeah. Hey, what they say, man. Hey, you can afford a Mercedes Benz. Can you afford a Mercedes
the maintenance?
Exactly. So they experienced the good life for 2 years. I don't think they're going to experience the good life any much longer because the players are gone, the coach is gone, the appeal is gone, and all of that. Right. So the sad and unfortunate part about this whole situation is that we were looking way ahead of it and was like, this is really what it is. This is really the disappointment. I don't know if people can actually verbalize it like this, but this is the real disappointment. Black people in America hate white supremacy so much that whenever we see someone in a leadership position or got a huge platform that look like they're gonna change the landscape of white supremacy, where it looked like black people could actually have some type of power or say so over their own destiny, we champion that and we cheer for it, right? But we keep seeing people look like they're going to fight the great fight and go against the machine, and then the first opportunity they get a lot of money thrown at them, they go right back to the machine and go work for the machine.
I agree with you on that.
Let me find out
you can't hear. Sincere, you can't hear.
Wait, Sincere was talking about Boney on the phone with his cricket shit. You over got a jitterbug, Sincere?
He said he can't hear.
Yeah, he can't hear nobody.
Tell him to go out and come back in.
Yeah, tell him go out and come back in, Sincere. He talking about he can't hear. He talking about Bones. He got the jitterbug.
Pay as you go.
And you missed it too, Sincere, because I was just spitting just
now.
All right, there we go. There we go.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling, man. Yeah, I'm getting sick of the Deion slander.
Hey, hold on, Sincere. First of all, good to see you, brother. But it's ironic that you only show around when them damn blue ball boys get a win. What the fuck is that shit?
Hey,
come around when the Jaguars get a win. What's up?
Hey, y'all might see me for about 3 more weeks in a row, then, boy.
Go ahead. What you saying, Sincere?
I'll be ducking the smoke, boy. Yeah, you hear me? Oh man, hey man, with the Deion thing, bro, it's just amazing to me, man, how we how we as a community so bent out of shape on this whole thing, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like for one, it's only one person, bro. He can't do but so much. I mean, when you turn around and you look at what he's done for Jackson State as one individual school and for HBCUs as a whole, in a short amount of time, he has done a lot. I mean, but then listen to everything that he says. See, one thing about us too is that there are 3 types of people that black people automatically we attach ourselves emotionally. That's the entertainers, athletes, and pastors. Right? The moment that any of those 3 speak, we take it as God's word and we stick wholeheartedly to that. When he wasn't there a year and before he got interviewed and they asked him, hey, if you got a Power 5 interview, would you offer, would you take it? He said, I would be a fool not to consider it. Right then and there, you should have already known, like, hey man, this ain't going.
And down goes Sincere.
he was spitting too.
Yeah,
He was spitting too.
My man, y'all got me. That was wifey calling. Y'all good?
yeah.
Hey, we like, hey, so that was like, he's not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? He's not there for the long haul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's there to do what every other coach does. Urban Meyer didn't start off at Ohio State. He started off at Bowling Green. Then he went to Utah. And then he left Utah with, I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is just a regular
But here's my problem with that, though, Cynthia. You can't compare him to Urban Meyer.
Yeah, Urban Meyer didn't leverage all white folk.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Because you know why? because white folk don't know how to play the level.
Now stop the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Mel said, no, that's it.
That's what I'm saying, because the white people are not emotionally tied to Urban Meyer. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not what those three people who I said, you know what I'm saying, that we attach ourselves to. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I think he's being. Oh, go ahead.
And also when you think about it, I mean, he's leaving. How many HBCU coaches left and went to a Power 5 directly went from being a head coach at HBCU to being a head coach at a Power 5?
You don't hear
none that I can think of right off the top, right? All right, so he and also another thing that I remember talking to Mel about at one point in time is he said, I gotta get my assistant coaches paid. I have to get them paid. Some of these guys been with him 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And he feels like, hey, I owe it to these guys to get them paid. And I'm not going to be able to do that at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the fact that he took the job is one thing. You know, because you know he was already with people. You know, Florida State was talked to him for a little while before he took this job. I don't know how that went. I guess it didn't work out or whatever, and another school didn't consider him or whatever. And he at least said, "Hey, you know what? Well, let me go to a HBCU." I mean, you don't see Eric Bieniemy talking about leaving to go to a HBCU. Nor do you see what's the other black boy from Tampa.
They should. I mean, it's
you don't see them even considering going to an HBCU to kickstart their careers. I mean, so at least he considered it as a valid option.
No, I'm with you on that, and I'm not one of the people that's bent up out of shape. I am one of the people who are saying I'm happy for Deion and the reasons why he chose to leave. At the same time, I can understand the frustration of someone who is frustrated because I understand what he sold them. The dream he sold them is not what ended up happening the way he said it was going to happen. Now,
in full totality.
Right. And now I will say this. All the things you just described about him helping his coaches get paid and him doing all of that stuff, even the stuff that didn't get mentioned about him trying to get his son a better draft position. I get all that stuff, but all of those things are things that are there for the taking, for the privilege, right? But for a slave class of people, it just like some of the decisions you do just gonna not have to make perfect sense. Like you're gonna have to turn down getting paid if you're really trying to help out the greater good. So it comes down to people thought Deion was here for the group, and then we found out he was here for his group.
Right. Also, an issue I have with the whole he here for the group thing, right?
Okay, go ahead.
As he was there 2.5 years. We don't know of any type of money that influxed to Jackson State as a result of his presence. Other than the sponsors and all. What I'm saying is, we know that Dr. Dre gave USC $70 million. I don't see that type of thing happening. I didn't hear about Jay-Z dedicating.
Oh, yeah, I spoke on that too, though.
You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so we putting all of this pressure on him. You know what I'm saying?
No. I think
it's put that on himself.
I say this, sir.
God sent him. If you said God said, I'm going straight to the Bible. I was like, okay, let me find out what Moses was supposed to. Okay, yeah. God sent you here. I see some prophets in the Bible, and I know what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So don't bring it to God and say God sent you, and because now I gotta ask you, did God ask you to leave?
Right. I said that too. That's something I said too. I brought that up too. And I here's my thing, man. You can't.
God said, "Take that $5 million and run, boy."
God said it's time to go now. That'll be the first thing I asked him at the press conference. Hey, you said God bought you to JSU.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question that everyone wants to know. Did God ask you to leave as well?
Right.
Yes.
Was it about the money?
Yes.
You can't speak for this man.
Yes.
Gotta ask. I gotta hear Deion say.
I gotta hear Deion say that. Right.
Yes.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But God ain't gonna have you just stick in the same place the whole time.
I just want to know if he heard God's voice when, or was it just the $5 million?
Or was it what?
Was it just the $5 million? Or
He said
I mean,
both.
it could have been both.
Was that money
It
too
could have
loud?
been both. It could have been both. I'm not gonna knock him for taking, you know what I'm saying, $5 million. All I'm saying is that we putting him into this whole thing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, first of all, listen. I'm gonna tell you how we know that this conversation itself proves that he's taking HBCUs to a whole nother level. Because if you go through your catalog as well as IOW's catalog 2 years ago, none of y'all was talking about HBCUs.
Who?
So there you go. I mean, that in itself shows.
Since we were talking about HBCUs on the wake up, don't play. Me and you had this conversation.
That's me and you, bro. I mean, how often is that? And that's only because I'm what I mean. You know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? That's only because you know what I'm saying? Shalom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this man come out of a hole when Trevor Lawrence get a touchdown and shit.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is.
He come out the hole. He get a win over the Cowboys. And he come out the hole.
I'm surprised he ain't got a whole Maurice Jones-Drew jersey on right
Bro, you see how big my man get? Bro, you see how big he got?
Oh yeah. He look like a lineman now.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He turned to the side. I was like, "There's two
He
more
eating
reasons."
good. He eating good, boy.
I didn't know who he was. I thought it was Mother Love.
CeeLo Green out this mother. He like CeeLo Green out this.
Cut the joke. Everybody else be out.
Yeah, should be out this
Shit.
Oh shit, man!
Oh,
yeah,
man.
y'all crazy, man.
My man, see, you came rocking with the Charlie Brown sort of wah.
Oh man!
But not. We ain't jumping on his head, and we're not putting him in no box that he didn't belong. Like he actually put himself in that box. He didn't have to come in there and tell everybody that God sent him and he wanted to do something big there and all that stuff. Like, because that's what people was expecting. That was like, oh,
but he did do something big. That's what I'm saying.
A temporary thing.
Yeah.
Like we don't need temporary. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can be an absentee father and come do something big and pick the kids up and take them to Disneyland. If you don't come back, well, I mean, you might as well not even came and took me to Disneyland. Now you got my home.
But I bet you 20 years from now, them kids will remember that trip to Disneyland, though. My daddy wasn't there, but boy, that one time he took us to Disneyland, we had a goddamn ball.
What you remember about your daddy, man?
Hey, man, this one time, man, he wasn't shit, but he took us to Disneyland this one time.
But in all
right,
seriousness,
go ahead, Laura.
No, but in all seriousness, hey, people always, they gonna make moves, make transactions. People gonna like it, they gonna love it, and some people gonna hate it and despise it. It is what it is.
It makes for good conversation, though.
It makes for great conversation. I look. I'm rooting for Deion because still at the Power 5 level, ain't too many coaches look like him. So I'm still gonna root for him. But here's one thing that ain't getting discussed. Now that Deion has left, we still got to put the love and the power into the HBCUs. Just because he's gone, like, you still got to continue to support the HBCUs. You still got to make sure you give them the love. And,
I don't disagree with that.
And maybe if you start pouring you know, that Dr. Dre's pouring $70 million into USC. Maybe he turns that $70 million and turns it into Jackson State or the whole SWAC, whatever.
The reason why I brought up Dr. Dre in particular, one, is because I thought it was particularly disgusting of him to give USC $70 million when USC was a part of that group that was calling for MWA's music to be taken off of the shelf.
Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I mean, but I bet you. My bad, man. Go
ahead. I was asking a question. When one of his kids go there or something?
Nah, his wife went there.
Okay, yeah. I knew it was something. Okay, I knew it was some kind of connection. Okay.
Yeah. So when you got that type of money, your advisors are always people that are well connected, and those people that are well connected tend to be people that don't look like black people, right? Mm-hmm. And when they advise you on certain things to put your money in certain things, hey, I'm hearing this on the streets, this is gonna be the next big thing, or hey, if you want to get in this space, donate this. But you know,
we gonna get on it.
Yeah, it's all types of ways to move, to take a rich man's money and move it to someone else. And that's all that was. Hey, somebody got in Dr. Dre's ear. I don't know if he wanted a daggone weight room named after him or what, but it was like, if you donate this will get you in. This will get your foot in the door. To
niggas with attitude lock on.
Yeah, but to your point, Lamar, about now that Deion's gone, we still need to support. You know what you sound like? You sound like the person who saw that father come by for just that one weekend for Disneyland and disappear, and now you asking the community to help take care of these daggone bastard kids. And I'm like, hell no, the daggone daddy don't even want them.
Hey, it's funny Mel say that because his profile picture, he looked like a after school basketball teacher for basket kids that you're talking about.
Okay. Mel trying to take it, Mel at the rec trying to teach everybody to work on their left hand.
You gotta work your left. You gotta work your left.
I'm gonna have you good with your left.
Oh man, yeah, but Lamar, we will not be supporting, man. That's like if your own daddy don't want you, we don't want you. Yeah. Your mama should have made better decisions, man. So that's how they
go. No.
All right. Hell no.
Somebody going to no JSU game next year. Who's going to the JSU name? I used to have a JSU shirt right here, man. It's gone now. Who's going to the JSU game next year? Let's be real about this, man. For real. That's seriously. That is gone.
Right. Hey, don't tell me you picked up the Colorado shirt, dog.
Man,
I got one. I got one already.
Might as well. That's what Daddy at now.
I got one already.
The Rolling Stone. Wherever he lay his hat is his home. You think
Rolling Stone?
Deion ain't wearing JSU shirts no more. Why would I wear one?
Okay.
Justin Hunter ain't got no JSU shirt no more. They gone. Shadul don't got one. Like, come on, man. What are we asking people to do? Hey, look, we done pulled all the talent away, but we still want y'all to support the same way. What?
Hey, one thing I want y'all to know, though, I heard y'all was talking about how he taking it, everybody. Y'all know he took that the head coach from Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, he did.
And made him the offensive coordinator. Now, this might be a chance where later on down the line, this guy gets a chance to actually be a head coach at a Power 5, you know what I'm saying, school. You know what I'm saying? Something that probably would not have happened without, Deion reaching back and getting this man. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of things is that a couple of his what's the names are from the HBCUs, which to me is kind of a flex on his part, because I'm like, if he go and they win, and he with that staff, and his staff is damn near all HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, maybe these dudes can coach and win on this level.
Right.
Here in a different world, though, Sincere, them D1 referees about to treat that dude like the scum of the earth, man. They won't get no calls. They probably won't even win the game next year. Or unless they book a HBCU to play.
They'll win the game. Did you see? I actually went and looked to see what they was last in Pac-12, 1-11 this year. They wasn't just losing games; they was getting blown out. I mean, losing by 30 on a regular basis.
Yeah. They about to humble Deion. They about to humble him real good. We about to. First of all, it was a nice little trick you pulled with JSU. We couldn't control that. Now you in our world. We about to embarrass you so much you'll never get another coaching job. And the way we go buck break you, won't nobody try that stunt you tried with them HBCUs ever again. Where everybody go come straight to us. They about to fix this situation real good. Colorado gonna be trash next year.
You a pessimist. You need a hug, nigga. You need a role model around this mother, bro.
Hey, I'm just speaking. I'm telling you.
Hey, but Mel brings up a good point, though. That's a legitimate point.
Mel, did you? Hey, how was that? How was that trip with your daddy? How was that trip with your daddy, man? Was it good? You still remember it? 30 years ago, something like that, brother. It's all right, man.
He took the money my mama gave him and was like, I don't want you to lose it. And didn't buy me nothing to eat, man. He had me a Capri Sun and some Ritz crackers in the car. We left Disney to go eat lunch. He kept the money. And he dropped me on.
You say he left Disney to go eat. Y'all ate that Jack in the Box.
I'm joking.
Get them 2 for $1 tacos.
Hey, since we got you on, man, let's talk about this Jacksonville game.
Hey, man, so if you pay attention to the way we've been playing for maybe like the last 4 or 5 games, man, I think the game's starting to slow down for Sunshine. Look at that! Woo! Nigga, I was going crazy in the house.
Jenkins is gonna win it.
I was going crazy in the house.
He only show up.
Hey, but man, listen. The first of all, I'm very impressed on how much better that offensive line looking in the second half of the year. The defense is actually starting to look a little bit, better. Travis Etienne has been getting 100 yards for the last 3 straight games, which is, you need that for a young quarterback. For him to be doing that, and plus they still kind of use Agnew, throw him in there a little bit for a little power game.
Right.
And the way this boy is throwing, I mean, if we can win these last 3, man, to get into the playoffs, that'll tickle my fancy. And then I'll definitely look forward to next year, man. Doug Peterson's a good coach.
Yeah.
And I think that I think Sunshine is benefiting from that. And next year he'll be in the same system, so he won't have to try to pick something up again, like he had to do at the beginning of this year. I think we a decent team next year. I ain't gonna get out here and be like the Cowboys and say we're gonna win the damn Super Bowl every year. You know what I'm saying? But I think we got the 12th pick in the draft. If we could use that for a solid, I still say probably a solid defender. I think our need is more on defense than it is on offense at this point in time, because those Jones dudes have shown that they can that they can ball, that they can catch
right.
ball when they go, come on baby, get it and all that. So I think we're looking good on that end, man.
Hey, here's one thing that a lot of people ain't paid attention to. Over the trade deadline, Jaguars made a move and got from the Falcons Calvin Ridley for like a 6th round pick.
Yeah. No, he can't play this year.
Nah, he'll be there next year. So that was for the future. So your boy Sunshine gonna get even more weapons next year with Calvin Ridley into the fold. And when you got Zay Jones doing his thing, Marvin Jones Jr. still being effective as a veteran.
Cook.
Cook, Agnew.
Cam Robinson out for the year.
Yeah. You look at Agnew,
right.
Evan Ingram find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He's been doing well. So another year in that system together, plus Calvin Ridley, I'm pretty sure they're already kind of feeding him the playbook right now. So if you hold him in, that offense is gonna look legit. When the Chiefs played y'all and they only won 27-17, I was like, oh damn, they got something because man, Trevor Lawrence was dotting the ball. Him and Christian Kirk, and I gotta say this: Christian Kirk he earned that money. I was like, why the hell would they pay this man this kind of money? And then you see the connection him and Lawrence got. He earned every penny of it.
I was thinking the same thing, bro. Like, why are we paying this boy all this money? But I see why they was paying him all that money. It's kind of he kind of remind me of what's the boy who went he wear the same number for Buffalo, number 13.
Davis.
Yeah, Gabe Davis.
He kind of put me in the mind of him. Mm-hmm. So I think it was money well spent. So we'll see.
I mean, they got a good team, man. I picked them to beat the Cowboys Sunday.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope you won money.
Yeah, I should have bet on it.
No, it's in our pick'em league, and he's the only one that picked them.
Yeah, I picked them to win, man. I still saw how they've been playing all year, man. They've been playing tough and getting better and better. I mean, there are a few games where they had some hiccups, but you can see the talent there. And I think
they messed around and win that division. You only a game back.
Yeah, we only again, and it's a game back to the Titans. So and
y'all got the tiebreaker on them.
Yeah, you got the tiebreaker.
They don't know what they want to do, man. The Titans look. They so up and down, man. You think, okay, they should beat this team, and then you look up, they lose. Then the team you think gonna lose to, they beat, and here come Matt with his usual.
Hey, shout out to my man Jay Jones of his podcast, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, because we had the analogy. He's a Titans fan. He's like, yo, the Titans are that 7. They got a big butt, but they ain't all that in the face. But they a dime when ain't no dimes around, but when the dimes come in, she's a 7.
right. That's the Titans. You got
That's the Titans. But no, good win by the Jags. But I'm gonna play this clip because it's gonna speak to Mel, because I definitely want Mel's take on this. So this was the end of the Washington Commanders and Giants last night.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here, fellas.
All right, sincere.
There is a flag down on the up.
Illegal formation. Offense number 17.
Wow.
He was not lined up on the line of scrimmage. Therefore, he left the tackle uncovered.
Wow. Heineken. Look. Seeking. Thibodeau out of the play. Heineken goes. Incomplete. Broken up by Darnay Holmes. No flags down. And the Giants are on their way to getting this one over Washington.
Would not come down with that one. Oh, a lot of contact there.
Wow. As he was, look at Holmes. Holmes has to be draped.
Wow. That is pass interference. That's pass interference.
Totally.
If I'm a Giants fan, that's a great play. If I'm a Commanders fan, that's pass interference.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not a fan of any team, because I want to truly be objective when I make, like I say, I'm always an advocate for the sport.
Right.
And that's it. I'm actually against the machine every single time, because I know what the machine is generated to do. The machine is there to make money and give you the best entertainment experience as possible, and blowouts don't do that. Close games do. So I know that those referees are trained to call a game in a certain way for the most entertainment, the most suspense, and all of that, and they prevent blowout sometime, and then they try to let it go at the end. My question of watching that is, what was the spread? Like, what would be the NFL? No, seriously, what is the game to, because that bogus receiver or not over the tackle call was that probably could be called every other play, right? And then pretending like you blind and couldn't see that pass interference. I want to know what the goal was of the NFL for the Redskins or the Commanders. I'm sorry, that game.
We call them Redskins too, man.
Yeah, so I mean, that was disgusting. Like for anybody who still believes that the sports are not manipulated, I would be disgusted if I was a fan of the Commanders. I'd be disgusted. But being that I know games are manipulated, it's just another.
They got
Sunday.
a good chance, Alex.
Yeah, just another Sunday.
Yeah, the line was -4 favorite for Washington.
Yeah, that's what Matt said. That Skins were favorite.
So whoever, a lot of people probably bet money on the Skins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Matt brings up a good point, and this is why I really wanted to have the conversation. He says the Daniel Snyder snowball effect.
Could be that too.
Yeah, could be that too.
You know, the dude is they want him to get they want him to be gone from that team. They want him.
Yeah, but do they really? Is it really bad for business for the NFL for Denny Snyder to be an owner? Or because I don't think it's bad for business, but this is a way for them to punch back. Because if he truly
he's an HR issue.
Yeah, but that's not like who's raising fuss over Daniel Snyder right now? Is it hurting the money in the NFL? It's not.
No, it's not hurting the money.
Nah, even the Redskin names for the last 15, 20 years has been a fuss, and Daniel Snyder wasn't budging.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So like the NFL can withstand a little, I got an owner that probably sexually harassed or said some harassing things at work and allowed some things that and it okay, cool. But nobody's really coming for the NFL. They're coming at them more for Deshaun Watson than they are with Danny Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if anything, this might be they punching back because he said that he had dirt on all the owners. Could be that, but it ain't for the HR stuff. That's
a good point, because you told him I got a whole bunch of blackmail on that ass.
He did say that,
including you, Goodell. So I hey, when it makes sense, it makes sense. Hey, but I just thought that those calls was egregious. Like, come on now.
They always are though, man.
The legal formation, like, because I saw the extended clip. Scary Terry came to the referee. You know how the referee, the wide receivers check with the line judge.
Check in.
Hey, am I on? And I guess the ref really didn't say nothing, but he already had his hand on the flag, and so right when the ball was hiked, he threw it. So he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was going to do. It was premeditated. It was premeditated. And then not to call the pass interference, which is crazy. I mean, hey, would you say, Melvin Wong? It's entertainment, sports entertainment. WWE.
I got a question. Did y'all pay attention to any of the debate shows this morning? Did they talk about that?
I don't even watch them no more, man. Honestly.
Yeah. I don't either, but I haven't seen a lot of content come across my feed on YouTube or Facebook about it, so it's not hitting the algorithm hard.
Right.
I'm always interested when one of those calls are real controversial. How the networks don't really say, look, it's almost like they in cahoots with the
NFL.
Yeah, with the league, because we're not gonna put a negative light on this. You know what I mean? So we just go act like it didn't happen. So I don't see it making its rounds like like something if Kyrie do something that'll make every show.
Oh, definitely. So, only when we do something bad though.
Yeah. So yeah, very interesting.
I can't tell you 100% and not just harassment female staffers. I grew up with the girl who stood on Capitol Hill and testified.
Yeah, and I'm not denying that at all. Only thing I'm saying is the NFL knew about it way before we did, and they didn't have an issue with it. So
they only fined $2 million.
Yeah, them trying to squeeze him out of the league has nothing to do with those HR issues, but it probably has more to do with the fact that he said that he had dirt on all of them and would expose them. So this is their way of punching back.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So it's pretty much like a stalemate, because he's saying, I'm not going to get rid of my team.
You're right,
and if you make me, I'm going to drop these bombs on y'all. And they saying, well, all right, if you want to stay the owner, we just going to make your team won't even come close to succeeding. Yeah. Like, enjoy these 7-8 wins that you got. Okay, you get to the playoffs. We're going to screw you in the playoffs.
Yeah. Did you see the head coach's face? Did you see Rivera's face? Like those was two horrible calls. You would think somebody would be on the sidelines choking a ref, but he was like, he was like, okay, y'all got me.
It's like he expected it.
Yeah, y'all got me.
He expected it. So at this point, Redskins, Commanders, you gotta blow squads out the water and make it damn near hard. It's impossible. It's almost like how the Warriors shoot the shit out the gym to not even sniff any kind of funny business because they're just too good.
Yeah.
They're just gonna put up 125 on you. Now what? Fix that.
So the other game with we're gonna get to that one too. Go ahead and move to the next game on Lamar.
Yeah. Oh man, crazy ending with the Raiders. And
Collins out on defense. He's all the way back. Stevenson. Is anyone going to? Shot flips it back. Stanford band nowhere in sight. It's picked off. Oh no! Unbelievable! Oh wow! Incredible! Chandler Jones takes it in and wins the game for the Raiders.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like,
usually the Raiders on the other end of that.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I was like, it's usually them on the other end, bro.
Right.
That's not a professional NFL play. Like that was
college. They do a lot in college.
Not even college.
No. That's some youth football league type shit, bro.
This dude threw I give him credit for not throwing it forward. I mean, you know, he was making sure it went backwards, but he went about 20 yards back. Right? And he was throwing it to a quarterback. I ain't never seen nobody lateral back to a quarterback while it's traffic there so he can get blown up, or like he's gonna actually get, like David Carr's not gonna actually get away from no Chandler Jones. Like he was throwing it back that David Carr looked like. About 20 yards back, and not only 20 yards back, but 20 yards away from him laterally as well. That was a long pass.
And not only that, you throwing it to Mac Jones?
Right.
What are we doing?
Okay,
you throwing it to Mac Jones? Come on, you plan on having this play stay alive throwing the football to Mac Jones? What are we doing? I don't get it. So that was a crazy ending. But what does this speak about the Patriots? Like at one point, do you think Bill Belichick is going to walk away? Because if you're losing games like this, it's like.
Well,
I think go ahead, man.
No, I go.
I just think they're gonna. We call him Belichick, man. I think Belichick, he ain't gonna walk away unless they force him to walk away. I can't see him just walking away.
Yeah,
or unless the Patriots just look. I mean, they go 0-17. He may walk away then.
So I think he's dedicated to doing the work to getting back to it. But he had a formula that was built around Brady, and that formula worked for Brady, right? And you know, and it don't matter how good of a coach you need a superstar, right? Popovich in San Antonio don't look so good without Kawhi, Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. You got to have those guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So with that being said, how he built that franchise to operate, it don't operate like that with the absence of the guy it was built around. So he got to reconfigure. You remember those 2 years after Durant left Golden State? Golden State had won a championship, then they lost the championship, right? And then all the guys that helped them be 73-9 pretty much left in free agency except for about 4 or 5 guys,
right? Which
was the core guys. And then Kevin Durant comes, and then you built a team around Steph and KD. When KD left, it took 2 years for Bob Myers and Steve Kerr to build a new team around Steph. Right. So I mean, they just got to find that one guy, whoever that is, and then build around that one guy. And they don't have him yet.
It don't look like Mac Jones.
It's not Mac Jones. No.
It ain't. But it doesn't help that you don't really give him an offensive mind to help progress him. I think the loss of Josh McDaniels, which may not be, flashy, but I think it does make a difference on
I mean, you got
production that you
Patricia
got from
and Joe Judge calling the offense, man.
Yeah, that's a step down from
It's a step down.
from McDaniels. Yeah,
Deion
step
back
down.
in New England.
Yeah, he's back in New England.
He's back in New England, bro.
Then he'll have nobody he really throwing it to.
Nah, no
Only
weapons.
thing he really has is they got a good running game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, that's Belichick's MO, running game and defense. That's known that he's gonna take care of that. Now it's the offensive side that needs to get addressed. It's been Josh McDaniels for the most part.
Come on, man.
Holding
Come
that
on,
down.
man. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop. Just stop.
Hey fellas, I'm gonna have to. My battery about to die. I don't know.
We appreciate you, Mel. We appreciate you.
For sure, man. Send me another invite next time y'all going.
Anytime, man.
Anytime.
Bro. Good talk. But yeah, man, I just think that I don't think it's gonna take them a while to build that, bro. Because you just got Mac Jones, so you're gonna have to try to grab another quarterback that you build around Zappy, try to develop him, and you gotta get somebody to call the plays. You need those two things first. First and foremost, you're gonna need somebody.
A play caller and a quarterback.
Let me rephrase that. When Josh McDaniels come back, and then you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do between Zappy and Mac Jones. And if you're gonna go with Zappy, then you're gonna have to try to develop Zappy, because Zappy has some good qualities. He got some qualities that's even better than Mac Jones, because he's mobile, he can move in the pocket, he can run, and his passing accuracy is better, just not consistent. So if he can develop consistency, he's a better athlete than Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a throwback to the old type of quarterback. Now, I did say I thought he'd be better than what he is, but he's just not. He's not. I said Mac Jones isn't the answer. Hey. I'm just saying neither Daniel Jones. Oh, okay, I got you.
Quarterback in an offensive mind.
Mm-hmm.
Josh McDaniels, more than likely.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
That's it, man.
I mean, that's just what it's going to take. But no, man, let's speak on it before we get up out of here. Lions and Jets, man. How did you feel about the game? You boys came out with the dub. A very competitive game.
Man, it had me like, I was screaming at the TV. What the fuck? What y'all doing? I was screaming, hollering. My sister kept calling, what's wrong with you? Hey, that's what I do. It's what I do. But it was the defense.
That's a good
Jets.
point. My bad. That's a good point, Anthony. I don't understand doing that backyard throw the ball shit at the end of the game when it's tied. You could have won in the overtime, or
he may have had no confidence what he had.
That may be true, but I mean, it's the Raiders. It's like, they're
gonna find a way to lose.
Raiders always do Raiders shit, man. It always going to overtime. Trust me, you would have been all right. You would have been better.
Right. Yeah, man. I think when I was watching the game, man, and I think what me and Nick talked about, because me and Nick did show on a No Name, and we did crossover show. And, both of us said that the defense of the Jets is going to be a problem for the Lions. And one of the things I said on the post game show is this, and I think I said in that show too, is that the problem I have with Jared Goff is when he gets under pressure, he cannot react to that pressure. You don't know how to. He's gonna throw the ball too soon. He's gonna throw the ball. He's gonna underthrow the ball. He's just not gonna put the ball where it needs to be placed. There's a couple of times where he almost threw a pick. Luckily, like the linebacker didn't see the ball coming, so he missed it. A couple of times he had, I think it was Swift in the flat. He had a little pressure. I mean, it was just little pressure. Pocket was collapsing, but they wasn't on him. All he had to do is he rolled out. And he don't have the athleticism to roll out and throw the ball with enough arm strength. So that's my problem with Jared Goff. They got to the red zone, got stuffed in the red zone, called a 4th and goal and ran the ball. They should have called the play they called right at the end of the game. They thought you was gonna run, play action, and roll out. That would have been a better call for 4th down. But I will say this about the Lions. they seem to be the hottest team next to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFL. And when you are a team trying to learn how to win, those are games you have to win. Those are games you got to learn how to win. Those close games, those games where you made mistakes, learn how to overcome those mistakes and pull it out. So for that, I give them credit. You know, that last call, that 4th and inches to run St. Brown as a decoy and call a play action and hit right and that flat. That was a brilliant call.
Yeah.
But I will say this for Lion fans. It's that same call that if Wright drops it, y'all call it Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson fools for calling the play.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I was about to say it can't have both ways.
You know, it's a great call or it's not a great call.
Yeah.
Now you can talk about the execution. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But the call itself was a great call. It
Great
was
call.
gutsy,
Yeah.
and it called him off guard. He was wide open, and that seemed to be the game winner. So it was a great game, man. I mean, I'm not gonna take none away from the Jets defense, but Zach Wilson not the answer. He is not the answer. They're gonna have to figure something out because he's too inconsistent. Yeah, he has the athleticism. He has the Mahone-like to play that that backyard play. But when it just comes like making his reads and that timing, I don't know if he don't trust the receiver what it is, but you get that 5-step drop, you got drop 5, release.
And you got to release.
And release. You know, you can't hold on to the ball. He took 4 sacks. 4 sacks in this game. You know, I'm not taking that away from the defense for the Lions. Played a good game. They kept pressure on him. But some of those sacks were his fault.
I see a lot of double clutching with him.
Yeah.
And the double pumping and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's not the game you playing now. I'm not saying once or twice, every now and then it may work, but that's not the game. We're not double clutching now. It's all about timing. It's 3-step drop, 5-step drop, release.
Get the ball out. Yeah.
Get the ball out. Cause these defensive linemen are quick and fast now. They up on you for you know it, and that's what the Lions are doing. I mean, James Houston, this is 5th sack in
balling. He is
in 3 games, bro.
He's balling.
Hutchinson, you know, tack for
loss. He's catching on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Okora, his second game back, he got 2 sacks. I mean, the defensive line is playing great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the secondary needs help, and hopefully they address that next year. But as a whole, they hot and they look good. They got Carolina next, then Chicago, then Green Bay, who probably were going to play Jordan Love the last game.
It looks favorable for you.
It looks favorable. I mean, all the teams that's trying to make it in.
Yeah.
You know, I think they need the Giants to lose one more game. If I'm not mistaken, I look at the standings. And Matt, you can correct me. So even if they tie, they go to tiebreaker. They beat the Giants and the Commanders. So they win that tiebreaker. As of Sunday, they were 9th, but you know, it might change after the losses. Seattle lost again. So they kind of moving up. They went out. They have a chance to make the playoffs. So I give my hat go out to them. They turned the 1-6 season off. It's a whole different. It's a 360.
Hey, 7-7.
Right. At 500.
Hey, yeah, you can't.
I think so. Man, I think so. Man. I might. Everybody saying San Francisco. He need to retire.
Nah, he going
8-5-1,
bro.
He need to retire, bro.
I'm telling you, he's going to San Francisco, man. It's Brady's last year in Tampa Bay, but it's not his last year in the NFL.
I mean, you may be right, but I'm saying he needs to retire.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree with you.
He needs to go.
Like, let it go, bro.
What you gonna play the 50, bro? Just retire. You got the record. You got rings. You broke a lot of records. Retire, bro. If you can't, a lot of money. Here's my thing, man. If you can't have a life outside of football, that's a problem.
What's it all for?
That's a problem.
What's it all for?
What's it all for? I mean, you know, you made a great living. You know, good. A lot of people can't not making the money you making. You making a great living. Now enjoy the rest of your life, bro. You lost a family. It cost you a family, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
like you need to fix that.
Right. What more do you want? It cost you a family. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't bitches no more. He got a bitch now, but still cost your family. You know what I'm saying?
You better become a blended family now.
Right.
Because I heard Giselle moved on and I heard you
she moved on
already.
quick. He was like, all right, I'm out.
Hey, Giselle had hers in the bag right when she was like,
she probably had, had her side, dude.
I'm ready to wait for the evening.
Oh, you tripping? I bet. She's all right, bet.
Yeah, she met him on a girls trip too.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Antonio slid in. Now
Giselle get a groove back, bro.
Yeah.
She met her a Vanilla Tay Diggs.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
Got her groove back.
Got her groove back.
Yeah, she doing her time. Nah, it's crazy. No, great game between the Lions and Jets, man. As I expected, I knew they was going to have a game of the day written all over it. But I mean, just that whole Sunday was nuts between, and it started actually on the weekend. Just
that's right.
The Colts, man, Matt Ryan doing Matt Ryan shit.
Bro, did you see the meme?
Yo, they
talk about the Super Bowl and they talk about this. You know, he involved in two of the worst collapses in NFL history, bro.
Super Bowl and regular season.
Bro, I saw the score. I was like, oh, it's over with. Thursday night, it's over with. Kirk Cousins can't show up in prime time. I'm doing something else. I look up. They won?
I was like,
I had to look at it again. I may look at this wrong. They won?
I was at work. I was like, yo, I'm turning this joint off, bro.
And you got to point that in. Right. I was like, I'm watching this.
Hey, yeah, by the time I got home, I'm like, what? I said, they doing what? I was like, oh, hey, no way.
I mean, I think the Cowboys are number 2 on that list as far as collapses on Sunday. Dak Prescott, man. What the hell?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You had the lead. You let him come back, and then you let him get a walk-off intersection.
Bruh, I keep trying to tell people Dak Prescott ain't it.
Yeah, you right, Ant.
He ain't it.
Yeah, he ain't it, man. I like him as a person. Seems to be a cool person, but I mean, business is business. You can't produce, you gotta go.
Yeah.
That's for real.
Hey, I'm laughing at that Jeff Saturday hire now. Cause like
everybody in the league is laughing at that Jeff Saturday hire. Except for Jeff Saturday.
That man, look, I get the relationship with Irsay, I get it, but come on, man. This dude ain't got no NFL experience.
He pulled him off his couch, man. I mean, yeah, he was.
No, he pulled him off an ESPN set, bro.
I know what I'm saying. I mean it as a not literally, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the league. He wasn't like around himself, but he's doing this analyst thing. And you gonna make him a head coach? An assistant, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Linebacker coach or something, or offensive line coach. Hey, we go with that. But head coach?
To me, that was a slap in the face of all the coaches that were still on that coaching staff after they fired Frank Reich.
Right. Why don't you just let the assistant coach step up? He be the interim, see what he can do, and then put the job up, next year and see who the best man wins. Interview some people, interview the interim and see who gonna get. But Jeff Saturday, bro.
Hey, you like Jim Irsay? Literally, them itty bitty band-aids. He put that on a bullet wound, and like, come on, bro.
Man, you should have kept Frank. Is this the case?
At that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let my man get paid for the rest of the year.
Hey, he would have avoided that collapse. I know that.
That wouldn't happen to Frank.
It wouldn't happen to Frank.
And Frank was like, "Shit wouldn't happen to me though."
It couldn't have been me.
Right? Could have been me.
No way that'd been me. Like I don't get why even make that decision to pull a man off of ESPN set. Say, he made great sense to coach for the rest of the season.
Him, right?
Yeah, him. Come on. And it went like they didn't have a lot of games left. They were like what 4-3 and 1
like that
when it happened. And my thing is like you look at how the South is going right now with the AFC South. They weren't out of playoff contention,
right?
So owners do what they gonna do. Look, I don't understand it, but coach, man, it's crazy how they were one of the hottest teams last year that just missed the playoffs is just being complete.
That whole coach thing. You look at We were saying, I think you and I was talking about it. I don't remember, it was like the beginning of the season around, but anyway, we was talking about, man, all they need is a quarterback, man, and they only need a good quarterback, somebody decent just to move him down the field.
Yeah,
And we thought this Matt Ryan would be a great addition. I mean, because the year he left Atlanta, he wasn't horrible.
no,
That's all you needed was somebody with that defense, offensive line, that running game. You need somebody in there, keep the ball in the running backs, feed the running backs, couple play action, dink and dunk, boom. You got defense. If you can't, if you can't get in the end zone, kick a field goal, let your defense keep in the game. Hope you, keep it moving. You had that kind of team.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what. Matt Ryan got Atlanta jet lag. I don't know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know either. It was just weird. And then
he went to the same masseuse LaShawn went to.
Man, chill, man.
Something ain't right.
And then later Saturday night, that Dolphins and Bills game, I'll give the Dolphins credit. I was not expecting them to
hang with them like that.
To hang with them in that kind of type of weather. And it kind of changes my eyes, not as just a team in Miami in general and what McDaniels is doing with them, because I think now that they're actually competing with Buffalo and they've beaten them once and they just lost one, so they split this year. Hey, I don't think Buffalo is just far and so above the rest of those other teams in the East no more. The last 3 years you can say that there was a gap between Buffalo and the Jets, Dolphins,
right.
And Patriots. Now I can't really say that. I think the gap has definitely.
Oh yes, Matt. You can always get a fuck Kirk Cousins.
I think
you don't even have to add. Always insert that anytime.
Fuck Kirk Cousins. No, I think
pause on that too.
Yeah, I think that.
I say you always insert that, so pause on that.
Pause. No, I think the gap has shrunken between Buffalo and the rest of the teams in that division. Obviously,
I get that.
You love the improvement of the Jets. Obviously, they got to fix the quarterback situation. You look at the Patriots. They obviously got to fix their quarterback situation, but they're not far off, and they got to get some weapons. So
yeah.
And then the Dolphins, they got the weapons. Maybe shore up some of the defense.
The Patriots need to keep Belichick away from the draft. That's all they do. Let somebody else handle the draft. You just coach. You just coach, bro.
Just coach.
Just coach.
Just coach.
Just coach.
Just coach.
We got the draft thing. I think it'd be better because they didn't answer none of their issues this season. None.
No.
But I agree with you. I think I mean my opinion of Tua hasn't changed, but the Dolphins as a whole.
He did play well. There was some
my
things
opinion of Tua hasn't changed, but the Dolphins as a whole, as a team as a whole, they are better. I mean,
and hey, that's why I phrase it like that because I'm still kind of up and down on Tua. I don't know. There's weeks where I'm like, man, he might be the answer, and then he follows up and I'm like, I don't know. He still give me those same feelings when I thought of when you kept having to pull him and put Fitzmagic.
But that's why I'm saying nothing changed to me.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But I would give the Dolphins that, and McDaniels might be part McDaniels too. The team as a whole is playing better. They shrank the gap between Buffalo and the rest of the teams.
Yeah.
So you gotta give them the props on that, and they go in the cold weather and compete like that. You gotta give them props for that.
Had a chance to win the game too.
Had a chance to win.
Can't cap on. They had a chance to win that game.
On the other side of the thing, Josh Allen don't look the same. He's just a little inconsistent. He has games when he's dominating. Now he's not too inconsistent. Don't get me wrong. We got games we just totally dominate, and then he's make some head scratcher plays. You're like, why did you do that, bro?
Well, I think what it is when you are one of those quarterbacks where you got a game plan for it, the more information they get on you and tendencies, that makes it more easier to defend you. And so Josh Allen is in that point of his career where, all right, we got enough film on you. We know what you do. We know what you can do. And so there's going to be some things that schematic wise we're going to just do that's going to be successful because we got enough film and I mean, obviously they're division opponents. They got enough film on Josh Allen. I just think it's just the benefit of getting the right minds to say, all right, let's make the adjustments to defend him and give our team a chance to win. I mean, it's just that point. I mean, you see it. Mahomes goes through it.
That's a good question.
Rodgers, Brady, Burrow. They have at least maybe a 2 to 3 game stretch where they don't perform like you normally see them perform.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you know, we got to put some blame on him for the last few weeks. You know, he was turnovers at the wrong time. He had a stretch where he was turning the ball over.
Right.
But now you kind of see him slowly kind of getting back. But it's just one of those things where it happens. You see that, especially in the division game. You know how it is. You see each other twice a year, and you didn't see Josh for the last 4 years. So you got a lot of film on the guy. So I think it was just a good game plan. They didn't let him get out of control, as in Buffalo have him, you know, balling out of control. He still made his plays. I mean, let's be honest. Josh Allen still gonna make his plays. Mahomes still gonna make his plays. Brady, Rodgers still gonna make their plays.
Right.
It's just that how many times can we minimize those fantastic plays?
I agree.
And there's times that the Dolphins had success, but overall, you know, Buffalo still has the 1 seed with the tiebreak over Kansas City. Kansas City was in a fight with the Texans.
Houston, bro. I was like,
yeah,
they
had to go in overtime.
I picked Kansas City. They better lose.
Well, I watched the game in godly. I know we already talked about officiating, but there was some, and this is not me being a homer. I'm just being real. If you look at the game, it was some head scratching calls that same calls that happened to the Commanders. You like really? Like, come on, like so, but either way. Hey, they played with Houston and got a little aided by the Zebras, but whatever. You still played with Houston. You should have blew them out the water, and they didn't.
I would say that too.
And Mahomes actually had a good game. It was, you know, it's some other factors outside of him that just didn't go right. But eventually they pulled it out. But Buffalo has a 1 seed, Kansas City right there at the 2 seed. But creeping right behind them is Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's hot right now.
Cincinnati rolling, bro.
Bruh,
I forgot to mention them as one of the hottest teams. So we got Cincinnati, the Lions, and the 49ers, man. They
Cincinnati
rolling.
scares me, bro.
They did it last year. They started rolling at the end.
They went on the run, yeah. But hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up the 1 seed either. So you got pretty much a 3-team race, but that's
you think about it like this, though, bro.
AFC.
If the Lions would have beat Buffalo, right? They had a chance to win that game.
Oh yeah.
And so Buffalo would be down 9-5, whatever. I forgot. They lost 5 games.
Yeah.
Cincinnati lost 4 games or 3. Was it 4 or 5? I can't remember.
They're 10-4. Both Kansas City and Buffalo 11-3.
Right. So Buffalo would have been behind.
Yeah.
Looking up.
Yeah.
Then you know, if the Houston would have beat KC, you looking at Cincinnati being number 1 seed.
I do believe, and I'm about to look it up. I do believe that down the road, Matt, they're not going to be held accountable.
Let's go. I want to answer Ant's question too before we get out of here.
In 2 weeks, the 2nd of January, Bills and Bengals. So that's going to matter.
No, that's going to matter.
That's going to matter.
I think Super Bowl is Chiefs or Bills. Chiefs or Bills versus 49ers or Vikings. Nah, man.
Vikings ain't
gonna make it, bro.
You can take them out.
You can take them out.
The mother 3 teams. The mother 3 teams got
put
a
Commanders
chance.
in there.
Nah, Commanders ain't getting nowhere close.
Hey,
like Mel said, them officials ain't letting Commanders get nowhere close to Super Bowl.
Neither will the Vikings.
Nah, Vikings just won't play it.
The Vikings will remain virgins
because that defense is literally too. Bro, you can score
they have
on
a
them.
great secondary. They don't really stop the run that well.
You can score on them.
Yeah,
you can score on them.
And Kirk Cousins. It's Kirk Cousins.
Go ahead, say it.
Go ahead. Fuck Kirk Cousins. He said, not the Vikings, even though Cook and JJ.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I like them, man. I'll give them that. I think Justin Jefferson and Cook are great players, but it's the Vikings.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the Vikings.
Go ahead.
Here's the problem with the Vikings. Justin Jefferson is going to get his,
even
knowing everybody knows it's going to Justin Jefferson.
Bruh, Justin Jefferson had 200 receiving yards against the Lions. The Lions still dominated that game.
Still won.
They dominated.
Still won. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that let you know he gonna get his.
Justin Jefferson is going to get his.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with the Vikings. They refuse to use Dalvin Cook. I don't get it. I don't understand
it either.
You got one of the best running backs in the league, and you refuse to use him. They don't put him in good running situations. The times that they give him carries is like 3rd and 15 or some draw.
Hit him out the backfield or something.
Yeah, like they don't
stuff like that.
They don't utilize. They don't get him going. All right, so Vikings won't. They're going to schematically put them own selves out of a Super Bowl. They got one and done written all over them. Let's be honest.
Dude. I don't know without the Ant-Man. I think if you look at Jefferson all this year, it's like maybe 1 or 2 games off top of him didn't really play well. But
they ain't targeting him. They just know where the ball going.
Yeah.
They know where the ball going.
It's
no secret.
He the best receiver on the team. But I want to go. What Ant said. He said, "Who you think is a comeback player between Geno, CMC, and let me go back up. I can't think of the third person." He said,
"Shit, it might be CMC. The way he just kind of looked like once he got out of Carolina, he's looking like CMC
or Barkley, and then
it's gonna go to CMC.
I guess CMC because he finally's not injured."
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's not injured and he's actually producing he was that got him paid.
He's in a great situation.
He's in a
better situation.
That's why he'll get
Carolina. He's a better. I mean, you got to think about that. Carolina, the situation in Carolina is going to put him in a position to get hurt anyway because they rely on him so heavily. He is a feature of the offense. Versus in San Francisco, they got weapons all over.
Yeah,
so they can kind of use him different ways. I'm not saying I'm not saying he still can't get hurt, but it reduces the chance of him getting hurt because he's not the feature. He's not the offense. Versus in San Francisco, man, they use him different ways. Great system.
Mm-hmm.
I give it to CNC.
Yeah. To me, there's no doubt. I think
the team's hitting Jefferson in head
in the past few games. Well, that's something that the Vikings need to see. This what they do. Each team has a chance after each game to look at the film and take out pieces of bad officiating calls that they think were wrong, and they send them to New York.
Yeah, Matt, I see that.
And so, if they feel like this is something that is a issue, they must bring that issue to the league offices in New York by film, have evidence of it, and if they feel that it doesn't change after that, then they can make a legitimate case that y'all are really doing us dirty, blah blah blah, and so forth and so on. I don't know how far or deep they can take it, but that has to be something that the Vikings have to, make the league officers aware. Hey, refs, look out for this, man. They going at my man, wide receiver's head. I need to do something about that. Now, if they don't do nothing about it, hey, raise all kind of hell. You know what it is. But at the same time, we all know where the ball's going. He gonna get hit regardless. We know where the ball's going.
Right.
So whether it's in the context of legality, in the game of play, that's up to the officials to manage that and got to hold them accountable. But
right.
Man, anything else we need to touch on before we get up out of here? We did a little extra.
That's everything. I think that's everything.
Man, wow. What you expecting tonight for Green Bay and Rams? I mean, I ain't expecting
a nap.
A nap.
A nap.
Guess I go to sleep.
I mean, I did pick the Green Bay to win it because the Rams. I mean, I know Baker Mayfield had a good game last game. I ain't gonna say a good game. He played better than was expected.
Yeah.
But Baker Mayfield is Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? He got a couple of good calls going his way. So
that's it. It's going to be cold.
Right.
Hey, you're right.
Tiger Thielen to the third, fourth quarter. About
Yeah, that don't help neither.
that don't help either.
Nah, it don't.
But that's a Kirk Cousins thing, though. Kirk Cousins need to learn how to spread that ball around,
Bruh.
because it's not like the other receivers are garbage.
Adam Thielen's a good receiver.
Is a good receiver, and so is what's the other
KJ
guy?
Osborne.
Yeah, KJ Osborne.
Bruh.
Shout out to my man from Detroit. But anyway,
Bro, you got TJ Hawkinson.
yeah, I forgot about Hawkinson. So it's like now you got bum.
And Dalvin Cook can catch the ball out the backfield. Like,
yeah, that's a Kirk Cousins thing.
I think
That's
so
a Kirk
too.
Cousins thing. That's something that the Vikings need to address with Kirk Cousins. I don't care if he throw over 500 yards. He's still Kirk Cousins.
Still Kirk.
He can throw over 500 and still lose a game.
Because I'm telling you right now, first playoff game that the Vikings play, because they'll probably be the 2 seed. So they'll probably face a team right now, like Seattle or if Detroit sneaks back in there. So you already saw what Detroit did to them.
Right.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. So right now, if the game start, if they went to the playoffs right now, Minnesota would be facing the Commanders. You take that defense against Kirk Cousins, he's going to give a gift to them because they know he's going to try to target Justin Jefferson, and that's going to be the reason why they lose the playoff game at home.
And I will take the Commanders all day long against the Vikings. Just saying. I just have no respect for the Vikings.
And then I'm gonna tell him you like that.
Right.
Yeah, like that on way and clean out your locker for the rest of the season, motherfucker. I'm telling you, he's gonna cost the Vikings a playoff game because he's gonna try to
what's the
turn
coach
into the
name?
Justin Jefferson show. And
what's the coach name again for the Vikings? I forgot his name.
Kevin O'Connell.
O'Connell. Yeah. I ain't like his speech. I knew something. I knew we was gonna come back. I was like, bro, shut up. You ain't feel nothing. Stop lying. You ain't capping. Come on, man.
Over there capping.
I felt something. Yeah, you felt your job collapsing around you. That's what you felt.
He said, I'm calling you Kurt.
Come on, Kurt.
Yo, Anthony real big mad at you, dog. Come on, man. You pissing in off, dog. Hey, but I'm telling you, whether it's the Commanders, Giants, or Lions, right there, that's them to seed. I
received my comment, and I would like to insert "fuck the Commanders."
Damn. Damn. It's a lot of hostility going on right now.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Anyway, man.
I hope the Commander put Carson Wentz back in there and he tear his Achilles and ACL.
Come on, bro. What?
Hey, man,
really?
That's what we do. That's how we get down.
Really? Hey, come on, man. Stop.
Okay. Okay, my bad. It's MCL.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, hey man. Hey, it's been real, man. This was probably the funniest episode we probably done in a long time.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Damn, Boney Homie came on.
Yeah, the Boney Homie came on. We had a sincere sighting.
Yeah, sincere sighting. What? I told you.
Hey,
that
man,
motherfucker only pop up when the Jaguars win. I'm telling you, that motherfucker been in the hole all football season, but when the Jaguars win, look for sincere.
I felt overwhelmed. It was two dark niggas on here. I was getting scared.
Hey man, I done told you about how you light skinned motherfuckers bruise easily, man.
Hey,
y'all bruise easily like a peach. Man, come on.
Look, hey, you lay on a white blanket. You like to open up I can't even get the words.
Yeah. That's what you get. Nah, shut the hell up. I'm about to hit the button. Anyway, man, we out. Y'all know where to find us.
Lamar lays on a light blanket. White blanket. He was like a melted Oreo.
Notice
somebody leave a cookie on the
bed. Notice toasted marshmallow looking ass motherfucker got the nut. Oh, tapioca colored motherfucker. You know,
And,
that built one of the worst puddings, bro.
and before we leave, once again, fuck the Commanders. I'm out.
Hey, yo, I'm the wild card, Mark. That's motherfucking Detroit, man. Always starting shit. We are the IOW Sports Crew. Y'all can always catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at IOW Sports Network. Catch us on Twitter at IOW Sports 1. Shout out to Melvin Wall and the Men Down Sports Show. Shout out to him and Sincere. Shout out to Jay Jones,
Appreciate you.
Man Cave Sports Show. Shout out to him.
Shout
out to Matt.
Man. Shout out to Ant, even though I fucked the Commanders, but appreciate you though.
Hey, we appreciate the love and support, man. Y'all
Yeah,
know
appreciate
the deal,
all y'all.
man.
Alex too.
Yeah, Alex. Y'all know the
40.
deal, man. Yeah, my man 40 Water. I got the hottest intro on the podcast game.
Oh yeah, I got jealous. I had to get back in the studio. I was like, hold on, man.
Hey, he called me. He was like, really, nigga?
I was like, yeah, come on. Oh, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. All right, man.
Yeah,
I'm about to get back in the studio, nigga. That's what we doing.
Hey, shout out to everybody, man. We love y'all, man. Y'all know what the deal. Y'all come back Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
For episode 209. Hey, peace and love, man. Don't trust any niggas over there.
How y'all feel out there?
Oh yeah. All right.